Teesha. Sorry, I'm still not feeling bubbly enough to give my intro that I usually give. Give me a little bit of time and I'll be back. But I'm here for Trending with Teesha. I know it's been a little while since I did this, but I wrote down some things that's been trending within the past week or so. So let's get into it. Okay, so first thing, and this story is getting on my nerves. I'm honest to God tired of hearing about April Jones and Lil Fizz. I wish people would stop posting them. I wish people would stop giving them the attention that they desperately want. It's like, okay, honestly, I feel like it's all for a storyline. Because wasn't Lil Fizz just on Marriage Boot Camp with what's her face best friend, AD's best friend, like not long ago? Now all of a sudden you're in love with April and y'all are the best of friends and this, that, and the third, like, and it's like that's the whole like subject, like that's the main topic of this season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And this season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is boring. Like, I am bored watching it. I'm honestly ready for the other Love and Hip Hops because it's like they're pulling storylines left and right from places that we really don't care about. Like, I could get with Yo-Yo's storyline. I could get with Apple. I love Apple Watts. I would like to see more of her. I love Ray J and Princess. Mickey Monday. I'm over A1 and Lyrica because it's like they don't know if they want to be together or not. I'm over them. I am for sure over April and Fizz because, like I said, it's all for a storyline. Like, neither one of y'all were relevant. April hasn't been on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood for like 2-3 seasons because the first 2 seasons she was on with Omarion and then her and Omarion left, and it's like Fizz has just been trying to get a storyline from somewhere. He can't get it from something that he's doing. He's getting it from Moniece. And Moniece, I think with me, I feel like Moniece is going to always have a storyline because Moniece she's a character. She's funny, but at the same time, Moniece has a lot of like underlying issues, but she's real about the issues that she has or whatever. So it's like, I just feel like Fizz does stuff just to have a storyline. And then, you know, with the whole Millennium Tour and stuff going on right now, that's the storyline, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. Let that be a storyline. But him and April are just irritating. So April was on the Shade Room. Well, not the Shade Room. She was on Instagram Live. And she's slamming people for her hating on her relationship. And it's like, nobody's hating on your relationship. You look stupid. You look dirty. You look thirsty. And then she's bragging like, oh, why y'all so mad that I got the penis that I won and it's the greatest penis of my life and I am so happy. Okay, go be happy. We don't care. That's it. Go be happy. I'm honest to God sick of them too. They just want attention in the worst way. I'm sick of them. And we all know the whole situation is messy because you're the mother of Omarion's children and Fizz is Omarion's bandmate. And like the number one thing I don't like about this whole situation is that they're trying to really water down Fizz and Omarion's relationship. Like they didn't grow up together. Like they wasn't in, like they didn't grow up together. Like they wasn't in B2K all those years together. Like, okay, you trying to talk about, oh, well, we're not friends, we're just co-workers or whatever, but y'all grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grew up together. Y'all made money together. Y'all did movies together. You know, stuff like that. So it's like, don't sit up here and try to water down your relationship with Omarion to make yourself feel better for doing this shady shit that y'all doing. It's just irritating. I'm sick of him and I'm sick of April. And nobody cares about your relationship. Go be merry in your messy ass bliss and stay off of Instagram. We don't care. So in relation to that, Moniece was on Instagram as well, and she was pretty much calling out Fizz for being just a crappy person. And the thing I don't like about Fizz is Because, you know, the first couple of seasons of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, they had us believing that Moniece was a trash mother, like she's a deadbeat, she's this, she's that. Like, they try to paint this picture like Moniece is a terrible person, but Moniece shuts all of that down. Like, every time she sees an episode, she's like, nah, Love and Hip Hop edited that to make it look like I did X, Y, and Z. And even her mom jumped in and was like, nah, all of that stuff that was said about me, Moniece, our family, and all of that with Cam, it's a lie. Moniece always has Cam. Moniece is an amazing mother, you know. And I feel like after a while, like, because in the beginning I was like, Moniece does have some issues. Moniece is this. So, you know, like I said, this picture was painted of Moniece the first couple of seasons of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood to make Fizz look like he was father of the year. But at the same time, if you really look at it, Fizz ain't that. Fizz is trash too, because you sitting up here and you want to step up and be there for April and her kids and all of that, when your own baby's mother is looking at you like not. She doesn't want a relationship with you. She just wants y'all to be friendly and co-parent in peace, and you can't even do that. You got to be slick at the mouth with her. You got to be disrespectful to her, and he has been. The one thing I could say about Moniece and her relationships, she's never allowed anybody to disrespect Fizz or whatever. She didn't allow AD to disrespect Fizz. She didn't allow Rich Dollaz to disrespect. Like, all these people. Matter of fact, I think that's like the only two people that she's dated while being on this show, if I could recall. Yeah, AD and Rich Dollaz. And they've never disrespected Fizz. As a matter of fact, both of them had good relationships with Fizz. But every time Fizz gets with somebody, they're disrespectful, they're rude to her, and he does nothing to stop it. He lets these chicks cross boundaries and stuff. And it's the same thing with April. Like, I don't feel like, and Moniece constantly says it, I don't have an issue with April. I have an issue with Fizz and how he's going about everything that he's doing. He's not thinking about Cam. He's not this. He's not that. And now I kind of see it. So it's like now when you watch the show, you can't even look at Fizz like without being like, wow, you're trash. Because that's how I see him now. He's trash. He's trash. I don't care what nobody says. He's a trash individual for how he treats Moniece. Because I do see that she's trying to have some type of relationship with him. And he's like, well, I don't want to talk to you. And he wants to keep up this notion like, oh, me and Moniece haven't been together in years. And she still wants me. Da, 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 da. I don't see that. I see the fact that you keep constantly disrespecting her as the mother of your child. Like, you have to have some type of relationship with the mother of your child, regardless if you like her or not. If not, then go to court and make it to where y'all don't have to ever speak to each other again, but y'all have to be cordial for the child. And it's just like, it's sad. It's truly sad. It's sad and it's disgusting, and I'm disgusted with April and Fizz, and I'm Team Moniece. That's just it. So, next, a judge blocks an Alabama abortion law from going into effect. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like that they wanna I don't like the fact that they wanna ban. I don't like the fact that they wanna ban. What is it? Ban abortion or whatever, or I don't really understand because I didn't really get to read about it. But my thing is this: allow women to do what works for them. Because it's like, I can understand, people that's in situations, and situations happen to where you get pregnant and, it's an unplanned pregnancy or whatever. And, abortion is like the most sensitive and ideal topic or whatever to discuss or whatever. And, you either have three choices: abortion, have the baby, or adoption. Those are like the top three. So Allow people to make whatever decisions best suit their lives. Stop trying to force people to be against abortion because it goes beyond, it goes against what you believe in or whatever. It's their body. Allow them to make that decision. I don't like these laws where they feel like they could control a woman's body or they can control people in general. I don't like laws that feel like they can control people and how they live their everyday life. Not to say, people live with abortions like it's a part of everyday life, but I'm just saying it's an option. Stuff happens. Don't sit up here and try and make it seem like, people can't go, like it's like taboo to get an abortion or whatever. Stuff happens. You know how many people are rape victims that are carrying babies that are from like a product of that rape or whatever? It was just talked about on it was like a topic on Empire with Tiana. That's an example. Tiana, what's her name? Tiana Treasure and Maya. She had to let them know, like, abortion is not just a black and white area. There's a lot of there's a lot of gray areas in the whole situation. So you can't sit up here and just say, well, I'm pro-choice and I'm pro-life and I'm this, and no. There is a whole lot of stuff that goes into the whole entire topic, and I just don't like that people try to force people to like do what they want them to do just because it goes against their beliefs. What people do with their lives and what people decide to do with their body is their business. Mind yours. That's how I feel about it. So kudos to the judge for doing that. This is a hot mess. A DNA test proves that Flavor Flav is the father of a 2-month-old baby, and the baby mama is seeking $50,000 in child support. So, from what I've read, the lady who's his baby mama, she used to be his manager or something, and I think she loaned him $50,000, and she's looking for him to pay that back because she loaned it to him, I guess, when she didn't have the money or something like that, and he never paid her back. And in a minute she told him that she was pregnant, he kind of just, cast her off to the side and was like, no, that ain't my baby, we're gonna have to take a DNA test, blah 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 blah. So she went, got the DNA test done. It proves that he is the father, and now she wants that money back. Listen, first of all, Flavor Flav is not a looker. So how is it that women are still sleeping with him? That man is 60. He got like 12 kids already. How, Sway? How? And then on top of that, you were his manager. And y'all hooked up or whatever, however it happened, and you loaned him money. Okay, so was this before or after you got pregnant with him? Because clearly right there, him owing you $50,000 because he borrowed it from you proves that that man ain't got no money. I'm just trying to understand the logic, but I think this is one of those things that is not for me to understand. But good luck to her getting that 50K back, cause yikes, you didn't hit the jackpot. Okay, but yeah. So, next topic. Missy friggin' Misdemeanor Elliott. I love that woman. Love her to death. She is the greatest to ever do it. Don't debate me. Only she can recreate her own stuff. Only she can get away with being herself for Halloween. This woman recreated her album from 22 years ago, Super Duper Fly. And when I say she looks exactly how she looked 22 years ago, oh my God. Missy Elliott is aging backwards. That woman is phenomenal. I love her. First of all, did y'all see the picture? Go on Instagram. It's on Instagram. She put a side-by-side picture, and I swear, the only difference is that, the one that she did, the remake of the cover, you can tell it's updated, but she looks exactly the same. I'm like, oh, I love Missy. I love her so much. She's amazing. She's amazing. And also Gabrielle Union wearing her East Compton Clovers cheerleading outfit with her daughter Kavia, and oh, adorable. Like, black don't crack. Black don't crack. Melanin is great, honey. So, LeBron James and his family are among those who are forced to evacuate California amid the wildfires. But in the midst of him evacuating the wildfires, he sent a taco truck to first responders, which I thought was pretty dope. California, jeez. California seems to be a beautiful place to visit, but I would not want to live there, like, because it is always something happening in California. Like, their natural disasters be... See, over here in New York, we get the tail end of everything. When there's a tornado, we get the tail end of that. When there is a hurricane, we get the tail end of the hurricane, depending on what part of New York you in. But mainly, we get the tail end of everything. Like when all of those hurricanes was happening, I think over the summer or whatever, we got a lot of rain. That was about it. But it was like maybe a couple of flash floods, but it was nothing major. But it's like we get the tail end of everything. We never had wildfires because it doesn't get, I mean, it gets hot over here, but it doesn't get California hot. And California be having all kinds of hurricanes, wildfires, mudslides, earthquakes. Jeez. Like, oh my gosh, y'all don't catch a break over there. But I thought that was nice that even though LeBron James and his family had to evacuate their house because of the wildfires, he sent food for the first responders. I think that's pretty dope because, you know, like they're working overtime to put out fires and to save lives and stuff like that. And that's the fire department in general. That's what they do. But I thought that was really dope that he did that. You know, LeBron James is the GOAT. You know, and he's a Capricorn. And we got the same birthday or whatever. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty dope that he did that. And I just hope that everyone is safe. You know, I'm so sorry to anyone who's lost anything or anyone in the wildfires. I'm so very sorry. That is a terrible thing to have to go through. But I hope that everyone is safe and no one is harmed or whatever. And, you know, shout out to LeBron James for doing that. That's really sweet. So, JoJo Simmons marries his longtime girlfriend to niece, Amira. Congratulations, JoJo. JoJo's been talking about marrying her for a while. And I'm glad that he did it. Their wedding looked like it was very beautiful. I saw Angela Simmons had recorded some footage of him, I think either taking the garter off her or putting it on her or something. But I thought it was really sweet, and you know, good for him. Good for him. Finally got married, finally tied down, like, you know, tied the knot, and they are a beautiful family. Him, his new wife, and their daughter, very adorable. I know Reverend is very proud or whatever. But yeah, congratulations. You know, good for him. He done stepped up. He's a man now. But you know, like I said, JoJo has been talking about marrying her for the longest, and it's good that he finally did it. Good for you, JoJo. Mr. Joseph Simmons Jr. So Ray J steps away from the TB tour to focus on his second child. That's also like a kind of like part of the storyline of Love and Hip Hop this season, because first of all, Princess just sprung this pregnancy on everybody, because I swear when the season began, she ain't look pregnant. And it's like now that we some episodes in, she got a belly. And I think she said she's like 6 months pregnant, but she explained why she didn't really tell anybody about her pregnancy, because she said her first pregnancy, somebody had leaked information about her being pregnant, saying that she's not carrying her baby or whatnot. So she had to hurry up and counter the story by actually showing pictures and stuff and announcing her pregnancy herself. But this time around, she decided to keep it a little bit more low-key, which is understandable, because it's like your first pregnancy versus your second. I know with me, my first pregnancy, I tried to keep it low-key, but after, like, only certain people knew, but like after a while I had to announce it, because somebody had asked me something and they were like, "Are you pregnant?" And I said, "Yeah." So that's when everybody was like congratulating me or whatever, and then I formally announced it. Now, my pregnancy with my daughter, I honestly I kept it real hush hush until I was about like maybe 5 months before I found out I was having a girl. I was about 5 months pregnant, and the only reason why I said anything is because I had announced it on Facebook, and I announced it because I had got engaged around that time too. So I was like, why don't I just do like a double announcement that I'm engaged and I'm pregnant again, blah blah blah. So that's how I did it. But it's like, I explained to people I didn't really feel like talking about my pregnancy because I just wanted I wanted to try and enjoy it. I wanted to try and be stress free without a whole bunch of people in my ear and all this other stuff. So I get why Princess kept it low key into herself, because it's like when you're pregnant, that's when you're the most vulnerable. You are very vulnerable. You are very fragile. And it's like people don't understand it. Like, it's like the moment you get pregnant, people get stupid and their true colors come out. So I understand. Princess, we here. I understand why you kept it hush hush or whatever, but they recently revealed that they're having a boy, so congratulations to them. And honestly, Ray J, with all the money that he's making, he doesn't need that tour. The tour would have just been like extra money in his pocket, but he does not need that tour. That man has him and Princess are building an empire. She got her cosmetic line. She designs clothes. He has his Raytronics, Raycon earbuds and all that. Like, it's a lot of stuff that Ray J is doing. He doesn't need that tour. So, it's fine. Take a step back. Be with your family. Enjoy watching the birth of your son. Enjoy little Melody with her beautiful little self. So, it's whatever. Ray J, you don't need that tour. It would have just been something for you to do. You really don't need that tour. This story has really been bothering me. And I'm so sick of hearing stories like this. So, the two suspects in Camille Cupcake McKinney's death is charged with capital murder. I don't really want to go too deep into the story, but just for like a brief synopsis, Camille Cupcake McKinney was attending a birthday party on October 12th, and she was abducted that night. And from what it said, suffocated. They were looking for her body, and I think 10 days into the search, they found her body in a dumpster. No, they found her remains, and then they found her body in a dumpster. And 2 people are in custody for her murder. Her funeral was this past Sunday, and it's just sad. The little girl was only 3 years old. Like, come on. Protect these babies. Not to say that nobody protected her, but why? 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 Why are we harming innocent? I'm so sick of hearing about children dying. I'm sick of it. Every other month, every year, like every day it seems, it is always something happening with these babies. When is it gonna end? When is it? Shania Davis, Kyan Felix, Anaya Day Garrett, Elisa Izquierdo, Nix Marie Brown, Bella Edwards, Cupcake McKinney. Come on. Come on. We gotta protect these babies. We have to. We have to. Like, we gotta get back into rebuilding the village, because that's what it takes to raise a child, and we have to protect them. I would flip my shit if anything happened to my children. I tell people all the time, I am a lioness and my babies are my cubs. Even if, and that's how I am, because I worked with children or whatever. I work in the educational field or whatever. So even if the child is not my child, if I have somebody's child in my possession, that child is my child until I give them back to their parent or guardian. And I will protect that child with my life. Okay? Because I would want somebody to do that for me. So it's sad, and I feel so very bad for her mom and her dad or whatever, that they have to deal with this tragedy. It's sad. It's so sad. And I just pray that the fact that they have 2 people in custody for her murder, I pray that this brings them some type of peace. It won't bring her back, but at least at least justice will be served, and they'll have some type of peace with the situation. But rest in peace, little Cupcake McKinney. You know, beautiful little girl, adorable little girl. And it's sad. It's a sad story all around. But like I said, hopefully justice is served on behalf of her and her death isn't in vain. So, next story, Lord have mercy. Rich Dollaz was arrested again for failure to pay child support. It's the third time this man was arrested. The first time he was arrested, I think it was in 2014, and he owed $11,000. The second time was in 2015, and he owed $200,000. This time, he owes $125,000. Which baby mama is this that got you paying this? Because I remember him saying that one season at the Love and Hip Hop reunion that he paid $3,000 a month in child support. What baby mama is this? It can't be Miracle, because Ashley is an adult. So what baby mama is this that got you paying this much money? Because, bruh, she is milking you dry. And I already know this is going to be a topic of conversation. Season 10 of Love and Hip Hop. This is the one time I want Love and Hip Hop New York to bring its ass on. Like, I don't care for Hollywood. Hollywood could go. I just give us the reunion and go. That's how I feel. But New York, all of this, I'm ready. I am ready. I'm ready. And then the OGs are coming back, bro. Rich, get your life. Get it together, man. Get it together. Figure out something. Because, Jesus Christ. You know what I could do with $125,000 right now? Oh, my God. Next story. Felicity Huffman was released after serving 11 days in prison. Oh, she did her little time for her little crime. And from what I heard, I think since the first day she ended up in prison, she was crying. Oh, bendito. A whole 11 days in prison. Now imagine if she was another skin tone, how many days she would have gotten in prison. But you know, I digress. It's not about race. So it's sad, but okay. She did her 11 days. Yay for her. Moving on. So Hilary Duff posted a picture of her and her TV parents and her TV brother. They're reunited and they're on the new set of the Lizzie McGuire show. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really care too much for the Lizzie McGuire show when I was a kid. But the movie? Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Bruh. I'm here for any reboot that has the original people in it. I was here for the That's So Raven reboot. Here for the Full House reboot. They keep saying that Martin is gonna come back, but I don't know. That was a rumor that was like neither confirmed nor denied, but I'm gonna keep my eye out for that. But it's like so many reboots happening that I'm like, okay, good. And then there's some reboots that don't need to happen because, like I said, they do not need to remake New Jack City. Leave that movie how it was. It's a classic. Leave it alone. But like a lot of these reboots, I am here for, especially with the original people. Yes. So keep it coming. I'm excited for it, and I will be tuned in. Okay. So last story, and this was actually breaking news this morning. Like I literally woke up to this morning. John Witherspoon passed away today at the age of 77. And I am so sad. That's Pops. We all know him as Pops. And it's like, oh, that man is a legend. He's hilarious. And from what it seemed like for all of these years, he's been working tirelessly. So I'm like, God, man, we lost another good one. Oh, like, if you don't know who John Witherspoon is, you live under a rock. That's Pops from the Wayans brothers. Okay, he was in all of the Fridays. He's the grandpa. He's the voice of the grandpa on the Boondocks. What else was he in? Oh my God, if you ever seen Boomerang, he played the dad in Boomerang. What else? He played in a lot of movies. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Just, and he's done stand up. He's been in a bunch of shows. Like, that man is a legend, and he is hilarious as hell. Oh my gosh, man. That one hurts. That stings. That stings a little bit. John Witherspoon. That's so sad. But from what I was told, he passed away like peacefully in his home. His son sent out like confirmation that his dad passed away, and Marlon Wayans said something, Regina King said something, Ice Cube, Mike Epps, you know, pretty much everybody that's worked with John Witherspoon or who just admired him sent out their condolences and prayers and all of that, and it's just sad. It's truly sad. We lost a good one, but you know, his legacy will live on because that was a funny man. He was a funny man. You know, rest in peace, John Witherspoon, aka Pops. We love you. But all right, so that's it for Trending with Teesha. Like I said, I hope to catch up on the rest of my reviews and stuff later. I may upload some, like maybe 1 or 2 more tonight if I have the time. We'll see how it goes. But thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Teesha on the tube. I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed one. Later.